Good morning. I'm Leslie Mall, the Director of Sales and Marketing for Noticeware Corporation. Noticeware has been in the business of providing solutions for small to medium-sized businesses since 1997. Our flagship product is Noticeware Reporter. Reporter was initially released as a desktop PC solution for home inspectors. As the mobile market started to take off, we developed Noticeware Reporter Mobile for the Android market. We've partnered with such organizations as InterNACHI, which is the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors, and IAC2, which is a mold organization in the States, to provide specific report templates for the professional inspectors that belong to those associations. Noticeware currently has industry-specific products for mold inspectors and remediators, pool and spa inspectors. We also have a rental inspection application both for property managers and a tenant version of our Rental Inspect product. Currently, all of our products run on Android. This was a specific design choice for two reasons. Number one, currently Android devices hold the market share over iOS. And secondly, and more importantly, Android devices are less expensive. An $80 Android device from Walmart will run our apps perfectly. Given the hands-on work applications that these products are used for, we decided that inspectors would not appreciate dropping their $400 iPad into a septic tank or off the side of a roof. We are in discussions about the eventual release of the apps for iOS, but don't have a timeline at the current time. The application we're looking at for Wett technicians and inspectors is Wett Reporter Mobile. We currently have a report template that's been designed after some in-depth research of the industry. It has, however, not been looked at by a large group of professionals such as yourself. Here's a brief walkthrough of some of the features of the software. So I'm going to give you a brief demonstration of Wett Reporter Pro and how it would work on an Android device. I'm going to click on the icon for Wett Reporter Pro, and the first thing it's telling me is that this is the trial mode. This is actually an alpha release that's been put together for me by the development department specifically for this presentation. So I'm going to click on OK. The first thing I would do is I would click on the icon in the top right corner, and it's going to ask me to select a template for my report. If there were more than one template, this is where they would show up. Right now we have the demo Wett template that's been put together. So I'm going to click on that, and it asks me for a name for my new report. Now I could type in a property address here, or I can use the default, which is the date and time that the report was created. And I click on OK. And here we are into the body of the report. The first thing I can fill out is my report details, which include the start and stop time of my report, the cover picture, a date, and the information about the property that's being inspected. Second would be the client details, which is the information obviously about the client of who's ordered the inspection. I get on to information about the appliance. There's a spot here to fill out a header and footer, and this information would actually print in the report as the header and footer for the appliance. You can put scope and limitations in this area or whatever you wanted to. The details about the appliance. So the first thing it asks is for limitations. And there's a drop-down menu. These are called quick comments, where I can choose a quick comment. So I can say the weather was an issue and I had trouble doing my inspection because of the weather conditions. I can fill out the manufacturer and the model of the appliance, the condition it was in, who it was certified and who it was certified by, and the type of appliance. So if I click on type of appliance, it brings me up all my quick comments. Again, these can be altered as needed. And I can click on airtight insert. And let's say that the condition of this appliance was marginal and that it was actually a safety hazard. So these things will all print in my report. Now, what if I wanted to say more about the condition, or I wanted to include a picture? Actually, first of all, I'm going to add it to my summary by clicking on this box because it's important, and I want it in the summary of the report. And I can click on this right arrow, and this is the actual item details. So I see appliance 1 details condition, and I know what section I'm in. I can choose my quick comments, which are here as well. I can use the the voice to text option from Android, or I could type in more information here if I had something more I wanted to say. I can also add a personal comment. This will not print in my report, but it's just for my own notes. And I can flag this item for follow-up. So I could put a flag on it for follow-up, to add a picture, or to add a comment, and the software will remind me before I produce my report to come back and do those things. So if I flag this for follow-up, you'll see what happens later when I go to produce my report. I can click on the Photos tab, and this is where I can actually use my device camera to take a photo, or I can use a picture from the gallery to import into, and it will show up and print right in this part of the report. So let's back out, and as I go through these sections, I can mark them as complete. and as you can see, there's an arrow showing up. I can walk through the sections using these arrows up at the top, or I can just walk through by clicking on them over on the left hand side. As you can see, as I complete the sections, they're showing 3 of 11 sections completed, and the 3 check marks are showing. If this property had more than one appliance, I would simply hold down on appliance 1, and I can duplicate this section, and it will duplicate a blank section for me. It's not going to have the comments from the first one. And I can hold down on it again for clarity, and I can edit the name and say that this is appliance 2. Okay. And if I needed to duplicate it again, I can do that as many times as I need to for as many appliances as there are on the property. So now that I've completed my report and I've filled out all of these sections and included as many pictures as I want, and I'm ready to produce my actual final PDF, I click on the PDF button, and it reminds me that I have a flagged item and asks me if I still want to build the report. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I'd like to see the flagged items, so I can view them here. And oh yes, I had a flag on that. So if I click on it, it actually brings me to that item detail screen, and I can remove the flag at this point or take the photo or whatever it was that I needed to do at that point in the report. So I exit back out, and I can now go to the PDF button and build my report. It's going to ask me if I want to build a full report or just the summary, and I'm going to produce the full report, and it's telling me that it's completed. And as I back out here, you'll see that in my list here now I have the report that I was working on and the PDF that I built. Now the report that I was working on, I can open this again and add more information to it if I want, and build the PDF again. I can do that as many times as I want. If I want to send this PDF, I simply hold down on it, and I can open it if I have a PDF reader installed on my device, or I could send it using my email on my device, or I could send it to a Dropbox location, however I wanted to get it to the client. As you can see, the key feature of the software is the ability to produce a professional PDF report on site and deliver it to the client immediately by email or through the cloud using a service like Dropbox. Noticeware is excited about the opportunity to work with your organization to develop a report template that will meet all your standards of practice. The layout of the report can be designed to match any paper report that's developed by your organization. There's a great opportunity here to develop an application for your members that will allow inspectors the ability to provide quick, accurate, and professional customer service to their clients. We look forward to working with you.